I just be expecting that everybody wants to be pulled out of certain situations just as much as I do. And that's my fault. Like, I genuinely be thinking people would rather be in a different circumstance than the one that they're actually in, because I mean, we're complaining about it. That's just my logic. I feel like we're sitting here complaining about it, so we want to do something different.
What's up, YouTube?
Hello. I had a friend tell me that I need to be a little bit more serious about, my page or whatever. And I can't lie, I had a feeling like it was time to turn shit up a little bit, because it's not even the sake of me being inconsistent. I just have not been feeling like, sitting up the camera and talking. What I have been feeling like is doing my makeup. Like, I've been doing my makeup a lot. Every process, like, for doing makeup is different for everybody. So if you do watch this and this is not what you do, I don't give a fuck. It's not your face. I already have mascara on because I was out already today. I already did my eyebrows because, see, this is not the first makeup video I made. I made another makeup video and it was good. I'm not gonna lie, when I first made it, I was like, I don't know. I literally even said it in the video, I don't know if this is going to like get posted or anything, because I felt like I kept pausing in between stuff. I don't know. I feel like doing your makeup and trying to talk at the same time is kind of crazy. Like, I've never had to do that. Usually I'm listening to music or I'm just chilling by myself. Like, there's no reason for me to just sit here and like try and engage in conversation. So the first video I did, we didn't do eyeshadow. Y'all probably, I don't know if y'all are gonna see this. It's not bad. It's just long, and I'm gonna try to not make this 1,000 hours long. I'm gonna try. I plan to edit this, so we'll see how it goes. I just started doing eyeshadow. I've never really been an eyeshadow girly, but I wanted to get into it because I like the artistic style of it all. But I just never got into it, and I don't know why. But I've been dibbling and dabbling in it lately. No particular reason. I don't even know if I'm the type to like really go out and like put some eyeshadow on for the hell of it. I don't know yet. I don't know. But I just want to know that I'm able to do it. So this is what I got from the beauty supply. Don't look at that. This is what I got from the beauty supply. I got this like 3 weeks ago. So this shit is not new. Granted, I kind of already had some. This is old, okay? I've already had this. This is just like trial and error for me. I really don't give a fuck. Well, I never gave a fuck if anybody watched my video. I'm gonna be real. I never gave a fuck. Even though I do see it get views, but I don't really be caring for real. I just be wanting to like have like documentation of my life. Proof of life. Pretty much. Something like that. Not really proof of life. I be thinking about the future. What if somebody wanted to know how I lived my life? Like, what if I make a great impact and people just have questions? So I'm not really um focused on the fact that I'm trying. I'm not really focused on trying to, you know, get views. I'm not. But I do be a little excited when I see that subscriber number go up. So I do be excited. This is just like overall documentation. Because sometimes even I like to go back. Well, a lot. I love to go back and look on my memories and stuff to know that there even was memories to be had. And I just feel like my life is actually so enjoyable. And you know what? I'm not really showing that on here. And that's the issue. I should definitely start showing it. But my life is so enjoyable. But I feel like what I call joy and what other people think is joy is so different. Because I know for sure that this shit is enjoyable for me. But I feel like other people just be chasing shit that they see other people do. I feel like I'm too in tune with myself to sit here and act like I like half of this shit. So I just be really staying the fuck off to the side. Because, girl, yeah. But I dibble and dabble. Well, I used to dibble and dabble in all the other shit that people call enjoyable. But I feel like it all comes at a cost, you know? This shit don't really come at a cost. The shit that I like, the shit don't really come at a cost outside of like being happy or some shit. And that just being that. But other shit like, drinking, partying, taking these trips. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with taking trips, but I know bitches don't be having money. I know people don't be having money and they still trying to make it seem like they just living a life. And I'm okay with not pretending. And one thing about me, it's so crazy because I've never really just wanted to go anywhere, but I've always been everywhere. I've always been everywhere. And I think that's just simply because of the mother that I have and the father as well. They love getting the fuck up. And I'm not even talking about them when I say bitches don't have money. I'm talking about like real life. Like bitches really don't be having money out here. And they just be trying to chase a certain lifestyle because they see that's what everybody else doing. I just grew up with parents that always wanted to travel. Like I've been all around Texas. I've been all around the states. I've even been outside of the states. Like I don't know. I feel like it's not all the same, but I feel like there's a lot of like scenery that I could get just simply from being in my own area. Cause Houston is pretty big. Houston is big as fuck actually. So like, girl, I'm not done viewing Houston, I guess. And I know for sure I'm not done because there's something that's like not letting me fucking leave. I don't feel like this is like my end goal. And maybe it's just like family. Not family like the niggas living here, but like history, I guess. Maybe it's just that. It's just the sake of I don't know. I feel like I will always return back here. And I don't see why the fuck not. I don't see why I should not always return back here. Because like I said, family. This is like not the origin, but Texas is on one part of my family. The other side is Mississippi. Granted, I don't really go to Mississippi like that. I do feel like eventually there's going to come a time in my life where I want to explore Mississippi a little bit more. And it's not even that I haven't explored it. I feel like I've pretty much dibbled and dabbled in Mississippi, and not even just with family alone. Like I've visited Mississippi without family. I've had the thought of what if I lived there, I don't know, because I grew up when we would visit for like family reunions and shit. I grew up there thinking like this shit is peaceful compared to Houston. It's pretty peaceful. It really is. Like I've always, that's crazy because I'm just not paying attention to that. I've always liked being surrounded by trees and shit. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of scared of the idea of trees. And that's just simply because of like television shows. And I've never really just been the type to really just watch TV. But I've been getting into TV a lot more lately since I've been back home. So I feel like because of that, I've been able to watch it now, and I feel like it's I low key feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing because um I was easily scared at first when I was watching TV. Well, when I would watch TV, I was easily like afraid. But I don't know. That's just the type of family that I grew up in. Everybody was so anxious about everything, so I kind of took on that trait as if I was supposed to also be anxious about shit. But I'm coming to find out I'm not really anxious about this shit. I'm just anxious because I know if it came down to my family, like these niggas would be anxious about it. I'm really like learning that about myself. So yeah, so now I've been able to watch TV and stuff. And at first I couldn't because when it came to like shooting and guns and shit blowing up, like I didn't fuck with that. I did not. I can watch it now. It's crazy because I've been watching the originals and girl, you should see how long it took me to get through Vampire Diaries. Let me just say that. It took me a long ass time to get through Vampire Diaries. But when I was able to, when I seen I was finally able to just watch like vampire shit and not get scared, I'm like, hold on, something's definitely changing about this system that I have going on. And I've already been saying that I've been getting over a lot of fearful things lately. So I think that's just what that is. It's just the idea of knowing. I'm not saying this shit is real, but I'm not saying it's fake. It's just like it is what it is. You know, I feel like life takes its course in the ways that it needs to. I don't like it is just it just is what it is. I can't really be scared about anything because shit just be inevitable. And yeah, I can see, but I put glitter. I don't know if you can see it, but I put glitter on top of the whole ordeal thingy. I have eyeliner. I just started getting into eyeliner. I've never really see it's certain shit that I've never been the type to just do pounds and pounds of makeup. I don't have an issue with it, but I've just never been that type. I've always been a little not self conscious, but a little conscious of like what goes on my face. So like I like makeup, but I don't do too much because I love my face even more, you know? Type. I'm not saying I don't like my face now. Hold on. I'm not saying that. I just feel a little bit more artistic now. That's what it is. I feel like I know the basics, at least what to do for my face. I know the basics. Like, let's take it up a notch. Type. I focus on like my friends. I've always been a type to really click with men. I don't want to sound like that one girl that just be like I'm only cool with like no, that's not the case. I just think a lot of women are male centered right now. At least like people are really trying to chase certain outcomes in life. So there's like a low possibility of me getting a homegirl that's like really right in the head. And that's my point. And then I like to think I don't even really just be I'm actually not that cool with straight men. Like I'm trying to see how many real straight men friends do I have. I'm gonna say this. I feel like I probably tell my business more to men than I do women, and it's not because of like I'm scared or anything. I'm not. Whatever I do, I'm not ashamed, and I don't really even do shit. That's the thing. I'm not really ashamed. It's just low key thinking about it now. It's probably because of how logical I am as a person. I'm a very logical person, and I feel like men are very logical as well. And then the women friends that I do have. Well, at least when I was at school and I would like hang out with people, you know, they were studs. I feel like I just can't do the whole being crazy about men shit. And it's not like I didn't really have any women friends. I did. I actually did. I just ended up falling out with them because it's really hard to get people to care about themselves. I fell out with a lot of people because they don't give a fuck about themselves. And it's like, I can't have that around me. I really can't. I can't. Because it's hard to watch somebody that you really fuck with just get done kind of crazy. It's hard as fuck, actually. And it's like the type of person I am. I literally I had to calm down a little bit because I have a history for like getting buck over my friends. Like I've actually gotten into a fight with a man behind one of my women friends, and see that's the thing. I'm too for that. Like, well, not anymore. I can control it now, but back then, especially, like I bet not ever see no man do nothing crazy to my homegirl in front of me. Never. Bro, I didn't play that shit. I did not play that shit. I didn't like that shit one bit. I did not. So I think that's what that is. And I'm probably just now understanding that. I paid attention to the fact that like my connections and friendships and stuff last longer with either queer people or men. I want to say my longest friendship I saw the one girl, but even then we had our issues and we just got that cool like December. So that was that. But yeah, my longest friendships has been with the man. But mind you, these are not just like crazy niggas. These are niggas that actually give a fuck about themselves. These are niggas that got some sense to them. So like when people be saying niggas ain't shit, that's why I can't really just say niggas ain't shit. I know niggas be shit. Some niggas be shit. Like some niggas, they do they stuff, and I know that because I've seen that. Like when I say I have the best selection when it comes to even the people I cut off, like there's always like some quality about them that is just top tier. Like I have the best selection when it comes to friends. But you know, both genders are important. Like it is so important to communicate and be congregated with both genders. It is so important. Yeah, it just haven't all been men though. Because at one point I went to an all girl school, but I think it's just because I'm a more logical person. Like I can be emotional, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I mix my logic and my emotions very well together. So it's like I'm very, 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 very adaptable. When people hear other people say that, they think the worst. Cause they somebody actually told me this. This is why I'm saying this is why I'm saying it. Somebody was like, I told them I'm a very adaptable person, and they was like, oh, so that means you fake as fuck. And no, hell no. Actually, I'm probably not to toot my own horn, but it get real loyal around this bitch, real loyal. Especially if I'm friends with you, at least. Loyalty was never really one of my strong suits when it came to relationships. Well, not true. I was loyal as fuck a couple times, but it was just one time. I gotta stop bringing that shit up. It's just the simple fact that I'm just logical. I don't like doing shit and pretending. I just don't like delusional shit. I feel like a lot of women love delusion. At least right now, like you know how hard it is for me to like genuinely find a woman that's not trying to live in la la land. Like, mm-mm. And then I like to be honest about it, especially if you're my friend. If we're close, I love to be honest. So you can't tell me your business because that's going to affect how I see you. And that's just that. I can't really do anything about that. You got to be careful what you tell me. Cause it's not just like a story time. Like this is why I have to live my life a certain way, and it plays out within like the people that I'm around. So like majority of the people that I'm around, I'm not even gonna say it out loud because then I feel like if somebody watch it, they're gonna be like, damn, I didn't make the group. If there's anybody I don't play about, it's my siblings and my friends. Everybody else, I can't say the same. So when people be having like all these stories about people that backdoored them and all, I don't have no stories like that. I had a situation where it could have got like that, but I cut that off real quick. And that's the shit that people don't be doing. You don't cut people off when you see them signs. It was this one that was actually my best friend. It was this one girl I was really, really cool with, allegedly really, really cool with. I low key feel like it was just an interesting connection that we had because we was always on and off. We was always on and off as friends, always. But like I was friends. I had been friends with her since middle school. And this is why when people try to do that whole history shit, like I don't give a fuck about the history. I need people to genuinely understand that I'm not lying when I say that. I don't give a fuck about the history, bitch. If this connection, this relationship don't make sense, it can get cut the fuck off. Like for real. I don't know how she act now. And this is not even to just be an asshole or anything, but when I think about her back then, I always felt like, well, one, she was always a liar. She was always a liar. She was a cool friend. I'm not going to like discredit her like it was just full of shit or anything like that, but she was always lying about something. And that's just, I don't know. Once you figure out people just be lying, like it's hard for you to not question if they're lying. And even though I probably never like asked her or verbally said it out loud that she was lying, that thought was always in the back of my head, like she probably lying, you know. But I'm not gonna interfere with it. I'm not gonna do too much about it, you know. But it was just crazy because I just felt like she was trying to live a certain lifestyle that she wasn't really about. I feel like I was living a certain lifestyle and she was trying to mimic it. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of friendships that I had growing up, I was just so I used to flaunt how detached I could be as a person. And they tried to follow suit with that and ended up like not in a good predicament or a good situation. And that's when I recognized that all people are not the same. I've had so many life experiences with so many people to know that everything will not be the same for everybody. Which is why I'm just so open minded as a person. I have enough experience to know, like, tread lightly when you do shit. If you don't know yourself, you got to be careful. Like, for real. I used to be able to do shit and get away with it. There just came this one time where one of my ex boyfriends, they ended up going to the same school, and this is the school that everybody goes. This is literally my freshman year of college. This is literally when I cut her ass off. Everybody was going to the school, and I'm like, girl, hell no, like, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, fuck no, hell no, like, I'm just crazy. But anywho, I did not want to be surrounded by people that I already knew. I felt like one, I kind of wanted to start fresh, and I'm the type like I know when I want to do something different, and I believe I was already in the mindset of wanting to like be different. I guess action wise, like I wanted to start doing different shit and not living a certain way because that's the way people have always seen me. I didn't want to have to live like that. So I was like, bitch, I'm going out the state where niggas do not know me. And if somebody know me, it's just like a couple people. It's not that many. And that's actually what the fuck happened. So kudos to me. But yeah, everybody was going to the school and I was like, fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. And that's not even a school like I was even I don't even think I applied to that school. Like that's how serious it was for me. So I'm at my school, she at her school, and my ex boyfriend goes there as well. And mind you, this is a fresh it was pretty fresh. I dated him my 12th grade year. Yeah, my 12th grade year. I dated him my 12th grade year. It was pretty fucking fresh. Okay, we ended up stop talking or not talking. I don't remember why. I think I broke up with him because he was just like, I never really knew what gaslighting was until like people start putting a name on it, but I can always feel when I'm being mistreated. And I don't even know if it's intentional. I just think that's the person he is because I've talked to him not too long ago and he still acts like that. So yeah, I think that's just the person that he is. I was just like, you cool and all, and I genuinely loved him. He's a cool person, and I can still say he's a cool person. He's just, I don't want to say a nigga, but he just have like those typical nigga ways. He don't fit my emotional side. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Like the male friends that I have, not comparing relationships to friends or whatever. Actually, okay, but I just feel like he wasn't compatible when it came to the emotional side of me. So he just used to say any and everything. And it's like, you gotta chill. Like, some shit you gotta, be mindful of. That's the difference with my male friendships. Like, niggas they're mindful of their words, at least with me. I don't know about everybody else, but they mindful with their words when they get around me. Cause I actually like you can get cut off for saying certain shit. Like you gotta be cool. So yeah, no, we wasn't talking. But we probably was like still in communication, but we wasn't talking. Well, no, we wasn't. We wasn't in communication. And I had came back home. I visited home because there was a hurricane going down in New Orleans. So after the hurricane, well, not after her, during the hurricane, really, um, I'm back home. Mind you, this was a hard year. 2020, it wasn't really a hard, no, I'm gonna say it was a hard year. 2021 was a hard year for me because this was like the beginning of me really sitting in trauma and like paying attention to what the fuck is going on. So an incident had happened at the end of 2020. So that's one situation I got to deal with. Something happened August 31st of 2021. That's a whole other situation. And then, yeah, mind you, my birthday is September 4th. So all of this is happening with it. Well, besides the first incident that was in 2020, I was still dealing with that though. Um, all of this shit is happening like in close fucking time spaces. So I'm like, bitch, like, oh my God. And I'm back home. Like, when I say I ain't never missed school that fucking much, and I had just started school, I was in school for 2 weeks before everybody had to go back home for a month. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm getting flashbacks. That was just too much for me. And she gonna fucking text me on some random day. No, it was September 3rd, the day before my birthday. She sent me a screenshot of him texting her saying something. I don't know. It was something about he was trying to meet up with her, and she gonna say, yeah, screenshot it and send it to me. And I'm like, bitch. I was like, what did I say? I think I called her dumb or something. Like, bitch, are you dumb? And she was like, for responding? This bitch actually got to be dumb. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, I never talked to her ever again after that. Yeah, I just don't play shit like that. I feel like, you know how everybody kind of got their breaking point. I feel like when it comes to my friends and I'm talking to somebody, and you know I'm talking to, mind you, this is somebody I'm telling all my business to. That's a whole nother thing. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Like, you got to be cool, girl. Have some type of consideration or something. I just feel like, girl, when it comes to my friends, if you trying to dibble and dabble with somebody like, I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Like, it's a lot of shit I don't play. There's a lot of shit I don't play, but like, I really don't play that shit. Not even a little. Like, not even a little. I'm the type of person, I don't even want you. I damn near don't want you knowing who I'm talking to. But I'm trying to get over that because I'm trying to like calm down and just let life be. You know, I'm not trying to be too controlling when it comes to certain stuff. I'm trying to be cool about it. You know, I'm trying. But yeah, no, girl. After that, that must have been the last time I really just told anybody like my business when it came to relationships. Outside of the relationship that happened after that, because I was living with my roommate, so it was like she probably was hearing the shit. That's that. But yeah, girl. After that, I was like, this just got me fucked up, and I never played that. I never. Because it's certain shit, especially then, back then, like I was willing to really be physical about that. I've never been the type to just want to fight over a man, but I feel like if you're my friend, it's not even about hitting the woman and not hitting the man. It's just y'all gotta pay attention to the fact I have a different type of view of my friends. Like, that shit is actually higher than a relationship. That's the way I've always thought about it. Like, I've always put my friendships over my relationships. So yes, like, bitch, if you cross that line, we can really fight about it. Like, we can really fight about it, and I'm not playing fair. I'm not. Never had the intentions of being a fair fighter when it came to some shit like that. That's neither here nor there. I hope she's living a great life. I'm not really mad about it anymore. I just can't get down with no shit like that. I just can't get down with no shit like that. I really can't. That's the reality of that. But yeah. Yeah. I got passionate real quick. And that's how you know how serious I am about the matter. And plus, I would never just try and make it work with him anyways. Cause girl, that mindset ain't changing no time soon. That's a whole other thing. Girl, hell no. I don't see the point of going backwards. I just don't. Cause every time I get the opportunity to talk to an ex, they're still the same. They're still the same. And people try to make it seem like it's just a crazy thing to try and break up for somebody if you're not being cheated on, baby. It's more like it's more to it than just cheating. It is so much more to it than just cheating. Especially over here. Like, I don't play that shit. You're not finna just sit over here and try to talk crazy, act crazy, none of that. It's more than cheating. Mm-mm. It's just certain shit I just can't get behind. I'm sorry. I just can't. I just can't. Like, I it's so crazy because I low key, not even low key, kind of high key. I've always been strict with relationships, even if I pick the wrong nigga, like and stay with the wrong nigga. Like I've always been strict about certain shit. I like to think when I come in certain people's lives, like something changes every time I come into somebody's life because it's like we're not gonna do that. If you want me here, bitch, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't even know what led me to talking about that. I have no idea what led me to talk about that. I was talking about friendships. Oh yeah, no, that was just the last time somebody really overstepped a fucking boundary that I felt like that's one thing about me. When it comes to friendships, like if you gonna be over here, you gonna be moving like you have some sense in this bitch. At least when it just comes to being in my life, period. Like if you want a genuine and authentic Kaylin, you're gonna move like you have some sense around this bitch. For real. Because I don't just deal with anything. I just can't. I can't sit here and act like I don't give a fuck about certain shit. I do. I can't. I'm not a pretender. I'm not a pretender. My aspirations in life is not to be an actor. So, bitch, I'm not doing it. I'm not pretending. I'm not acting. I can't. I can't. I feel like I just, and then I get tired of certain shit. I do. Another thing though, I really do find myself hanging out with people that are like so goal oriented or so ambitious. Oh my god, I have some ambitious ass people like around me. I'm trying to see. Sorry. I really do. I got some ambitious ass people that be around me. And I recognize that it's crazy because it been like that, but I first recognized that when I went to college. Like even the girl that I used to be best friends with, she's very ambitious. Or the girl I was just talking about, she's very ambitious. I've always had people that like either didn't play about their academics or people that always just had some shit going on. Always. I really don't know if I fuck with lashes like that. Like I kind of just care about my eyes a little too much to just be acting like I don't, you know. Another thing I'm just not getting into is blush. I'm very particular about blush as well because, you know, I don't want to be walking around with just rosy cheeks. And I also feel like red on my face, I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I could rock red, but it you got to be strategic. I have to be strategic about it. I'm very particular about red on my face. Yeah, I've always had ambitious and goal oriented people around me. I've just always had the type of friends that they just get shit done. Like I admire my friends for real. It's always some admirable shit. It's always some shit that niggas could be proud of. Yeah, I guess that was just my spill on friendships. I also like to do red eyeliner on my bottom lash. I'm back. I did a lot, but I put the eyeliner on and then like, girl, whatever. I was going to come back and it be the finished product, but I was thinking, and I'm thinking about the fact how trauma bonding kind of don't work for me. And that's probably why a lot of my connections never really have lasted up until this point, at least, because I was just so used to like, I don't even think it was like intentional trauma bonding. In my head, I'm just trying to tell you about this situation. But it don't work for me because a lot of people remain like bonded after that. I'm telling you this because this is just something that I'm going through. I'm not telling you this because I plan to sit here and stick it out with your ass. Well, I'm not gonna say it like that. I just be expecting that everybody wants to be pulled out of certain situations just as much as I do. And that's my fault. Like I genuinely be thinking people would rather be in a different circumstance than the one that they're actually in because I mean we're complaining about it. That's just my logic. I feel like we're sitting here complaining about it, so we want to do something different. I have figured out that that's not the case. It's not the case at all. It's not. A lot of people like to continue to deal with their situation. There's no shade to that, no shade at all. It's just I be expecting different because I want different. I just be talking about it because that's just my situation at the moment, not because this is something that I'm going to just put up with and we just gonna deal with it together. Which thinking about it now, that's what a lot of people are doing, and I kind of see the sense behind it. Why go through some shit alone? But my whole logic is, why go through it at all? Like, if I get through it one time, why do I have to keep, doing this? Why do I have to keep trying to get through it? I've dealt with it one time. That should be it, right? That's my logic, at least. I'm cute as fucking a minute. To find it look. This is cute. This is cute. This is. I feel like this is probably the most done up I've ever really done my makeup. I guess I just know what I need to do for next time. Included with the blush. Like, I see the blush, but it's not too much for me. I see the blush, but it's not too much. And I like it. Thank you for watching. If you did, I love you. I really love this. I do. Hold on, because I don't even have my glasses on. Glasses just be having too many. I wish glasses wouldn't have a glare. Like, I actually do look cute in glasses. I love wearing glasses, but it just be the glare for me. Like, I can't really showcase how cute it is with the fucking glare. But anywho, thank you for watching. I love you. Goodbye.